Rhod vlog. Rhod vlog. From Kuala Lumpur we flew to Surabaya on the Indonesian island of Java. We then travelled through the night towards Malang, which would be our home for the next few nights. It was immediately apparent that this was not your normal tourist destination. It felt a lot more alien than Bangkok. Everywhere we went, people were pointing and shouting at us and trying to sell us things.
Malang in our hotel room. It is pretty much like the Alan Partridge travel tavern, but the view behind is absolutely incredible. We didn't see, this is a surprise, we've only just got out of bed, hence I look even more dishevelled and clueless than usual. But so it was quite late last night, or at least it was dark when we got here last night, so this is all just a surprise. Oh dear, my western sense is tingling, and there's a giant Pizza Hut right there. James actually wanted us to go there last night. I'm kind of glad we didn't. But yeah, it's an incredible view. Got the mountain down there is Malang, and today
much more beautiful view than Bangkok.
I don't know. I think you've just got it in for Bangkok at the moment because your internet's broken.
I think it's just nice. It's got mountains here, and the houses are more colourful. And
admit it though, it is just because your internet's down that you hate Thailand.
Not just because of my internet. I thought that last time I came to Indonesia how much I preferred it really.
So where are we going today? You've got a waterfall in mind.
Yeah.
Bearing in mind that last time we went looking for a waterfall, it was the dry season. So your track record of finding waterfalls, Stuart, is pretty terrible.
Okay.
So where is this waterfall?
Near Batu.
So we're going to a place called near Batu to find a waterfall. Right, we're in an angkot, which is like a small taxi thing that runs on a sort of bus route. We're on one of Stuart's magical mystery tours, where nothing is near anywhere. We're on the way to Batu, where we'll then get another angkot, and then we'll walk for a few miles to find a beautiful waterfall.
I love that cooling effect.
It was then back to the hotel, where Stuart and James had a pointless argument over the security of contactless card payment.
Secure system. Because anyone can just pick up your card and just go and buy what they want. Whereas if they needed to put a pin in, they can't do anything, right?
Less secure. They can nick your money and spend it.
It's not about money. I'm comparing it to the old system of putting a pin in. That was much more secure, right? Because I couldn't just put your card in and then go and pay for something. I'd need to know your pin. So that's preventing me from spending your money. Now they've just made it easy. I just have to get your card now, and then I can go buy.
You just swipe and you sign. Take your signature.
You've got to sign. But
how is signing secure?
I'm just saying this is so easy. You just need the card, and then you can go buy stuff. This is ridiculous.
How is signing secure, Stuart?
More secure than having to do nothing.
Why don't you go back to a feudal bartering system? You can't fake a potato, can you, Stuart? Right, we're in downtown Malang. It's all very busy. There's lots of. It's not really a tourist area. We just walk through an area where we walk along the railway tracks, past everyone's houses. Hello. And as is there, we get lots of people in sandals using blowtorches to repair bikes.
It was now time for us to take a very long train journey across Java to the Banyuwangi region.
We're towards the end of a 7-hour trip on the train, and they've decided to play music for a knackered speaker, and it's just kind of mania is now setting in. Stuart's here. He's far too tall for the train. When Stuart stands up, his head actually goes through the ceiling. So he's had a nice view for the most of the trip. Oh! Here we go. 40 o'clock.
Unfortunately, we'd actually got off a stop too early. And little did we know, this night was about to get an awful lot worse.
Right, well, it's currently 2 o'clock in the morning in, where are we? Banyuwangi, and we just had a harrowing evening. I'm still very confused over what might have happened, but we booked a hotel. I'm saying we, and because technically we voted on it, and then it turned out we were meant to be picked up, got to the train station, it didn't happen, we weren't picked up, which is worrying, so we then were charged an awful lot for a taxi that drove us to the middle of nowhere, and we were just sort of stuck there for ages, and all these dodgy people were hanging about playing cards. It was like, that's what typical people do in gangster films, isn't it? They play cards and look shifty. There were lots of people looking shifty. A lot of people laughing at us, but not in a nice way. But it's and then what happened was then someone who I think might have known the owner of the accommodation we'd apparently booked, which was like a little holiday flat chalet thing, then turned up. And we did some more hanging around.
The next day, thanks to the help of some restaurant owners, we managed to find a much better hotel. With the trip back on track, it was now time to explore a volcano. We left our hotel at 1 in the morning. Our destination was the Ijen Crater, otherwise known as the Blue Fire Crater.
Right then, we're at what they call base camp, at least I think that's the explorer term. Oh yeah, we're going up the Ijen Crater, the Blue Fire Crater, which is a volcano that there's toxic sulphur gases spewing everywhere, and blue fire coming out of the ground. It's all going to be very, very exciting. But yeah, there are people trying to sell us gloves, but there's really no need. It's going to be 10 degrees, he says. Here we are, heading towards the Ijen Crater. There's Stuart, like a great green beacon of hope ahead of us. James is sort of falling over, stumbling along. Ooh.
We're getting very close to the crater. I had to put gas mask on because of the sulphur. And you can see down there, that's where the miners...
The Blue Lake may look tranquil, but you wouldn't want to get any closer, because it's a lake of sulphuric acid. This alien landscape is the site of a sulphur mining operation in which sulphur-laden baskets are carried by hand from the crater floor. This work is well paid considering the cost of living in the area, but this relatively high wage comes at a terrible cost. Constant exposure to toxic gases with no breathing equipment and the physical demands of the job can significantly shorten the miners' lives. In this day job, your place of work is hell on earth. We watch the sunrise over the crater and then begin our descent. If you ever get the chance to visit, definitely do it. It's an experience we will never forget.
Still amazed at the miners we saw, how they work in terrible conditions.
Yeah.
I mean, it seems bad enough being a coal miner in England, but at least when they find a pocket of toxic gas, they evacuate, whereas that was just the everyday conditions for these guys. When I was up there, I didn't quite grasp how dangerous it was, and one of the miners came up and he was laughing and joking and having photos with the tourists and messing around. I thought, how can he be so cheerful? Puts your own problems in perspective, really, isn't it? How he could add as a job that will ultimately shorten his life, yet he still doesn't get angry when tourists shove their camera in his face.
Next time on the Rhod vlog, we head to the island of Bali, just in time for Balinese New Year.